See if some people start pulling in. Not seeing anyone yet. Wait a little bit. See if we can get anyone to come in here. I think we got some people in here. I'm not sure yet. There we go. Says we got 9 people in here. We'll begin shortly once we start seeing some people in the chat. Start feeding some bugs. That's set up. I never know if this viewer count is right. Welcome anyone who's joining. It says we're if that's correct. If you guys want to say anything in the chat, let me know it's working. Yeah, I think it's working because now we're down to 10. I'm trying to see if I can share this link. Because last time I tried it, deleted it. Let me try. See if it's working. Yeah, it won't let me share. Well, I guess we'll just get into it and see if some people start coming in. I'll have to grab some bins to start with. Well, for anyone who is here, we're going to start feeding some bugs and do some bug husbandry. Right here we actually have some orange springtails. Kind of got invaded by some mites though, so they're not doing the greatest. Did I have any more fish plates? No, I'm completely out. So we're just gonna give them carrot. Welcome, Kimmy. First viewer to start using the chat. If you have any questions, let me know. We're just gonna be doing some bug husbandry this evening. I'm a little later than expected. I was taking a well-needed nap and I woke up a little late, so. Pump this up. Finally got a different water bottle to use for deli cups, which was really needed. Let's see how these guys are doing. These are a species of earwig, Marava arachnidus. Throw out deli cup, moldy stuff. Don't see any. Oh, there's one on the surface. There's 2, 3. They're running around. So welcome anyone who's joining in. Looks like we're at 4 viewers or so. Hope you all are doing well. I really need to get another YouTube video out. It's been a while. Here's some Euborrelia or Canum from Auburn, Alabama. Really love these dudes. They're really fun to watch. All right, now let's get some roaches. Get some roaches going. All right, got these deli cups. Looks like we're at 6 viewers. We'll probably have some more people joining as we go because I had some people from the last time. Move some stuff. Okay, there we go. I do actually have to check on this. Let's see. Recently collected these. Looks like they're doing somewhat good. Give them some water. Forgot the Latin for this species, some type of sea bug. They've been mating a lot, so hopefully. We got some Birostria here. I'll turn this camera down. If it'll work. There we go. So it'll be kind of backwards. Not sure how these are doing for me, honestly. I don't think they're doing the hottest. There's a large nymph. I think a female. Pretty sizable. But they were having die-offs ever since I got them, so I'm not sure what's going on. I was thinking maybe Serratia, but I don't know. Just doesn't seem like it's very likely. Next one. Welcome anyone who's joining in. It says we're at 8 viewers. Again, I never really believe YouTube. It's really behind. How are these doing? Yeah, see, I'm having a pretty high die-off in my Hemiblabera roasting colony too. But I think I'm gonna sell these and get some different species. Yeah. Also, there is a good amount of them in here. Unless they've been dying off. Yeah, there's still a good amount in here. I really need to convert them back to their old setup where they were doing really good. Because, yeah, now honestly, they aren't doing the greatest. Throwing some apple and old food. I actually put my other 2 burrowing species in a 20 quart setup, so we'll see how those do. This is Hemiblabera granulata. These have been doing not too bad for me. Definitely on the slower side for Hemiblabera, but still nonetheless doing half decent. If I can find some. Yeah, they're burrow downer now. We can be. For anyone who's here, if you have any questions, just drop it down in the chat below. Try my best to answer it. And we'll get Hemiblabera, one of my all-time favorites. These are doing really good for me. Let's start. Oh yeah. Got little nymphs everywhere. Tons of them. Very pretty adults too. Welcome, Goldie Vixen. New viewer, welcome. We're just doing some bug husbandry right now. Right now we're doing some roaches. This is Hemiblabera tenebrocosa from Elliott Key, Florida. True tenebrocosa, not like Rossini. Tons of nymphs in here, and they're doing amazing for me. I'm wondering if I should put them in a larger setup, maybe. Cool roach. Indeed, thank you. Give them some food. Definitely overfilled that. If you have any questions, just let me know. Seems like viewers dissipate as the stream goes on. New ones coming. Put this set of bins back and we'll get some. We'll check on these seed bugs, the Onchopeltis fasciitis. Doing greater than ever, as always. Very bright native bug to the eastern United States. They would stop trying to get out, that'd be nice. Looks like we got 4 viewers. Welcome any newcomers. Here's a cool roach. Really not sure how these are doing for me though. This is actually they did just have a change over the last week or two. This is Paris Ferris Horianus? Yeah, Horianus. There's a nice looking male right there. These are we're called pygmy roly-poly roach, but now they are called the Horian roly-poly roach due to the Latin change. Here's some that are burrowing into the rotting wood. Very nice. Hopefully they do well for me because I don't think they've been doing the best in my opinion. Give them some food. Looks like we're at 5 people. I never know how many viewers we truly have because not a lot of people like to chat in the YouTube stream. So right here we have Rhabdobladinae, species Kodokanablu, Malaysia. But my colony's in the lower end right now, so it seems like they have these baby booms, and then they do well, and then they crash, and then all over again. Lots of adults right now, though, so that's a good sight to see, and plenty of little babies that are starting out, so not doing the worst, but definitely not doing the best currently. Pretty much just soak these guys. You can see all the little babies running around, actually. So yeah, they're producing pretty evenly. Those back. I will be right back, anyone who's watching. I gotta check. Alright, there we go. Seems like still a few people in here, maybe. These are one of my personal favorites. This is Paris Ferris. What are they called? Punctatus. Got some males in here. They look really cool. They can somewhat fly. Oh no, he's running on the carpet. Grab this little dude. These guys are doing wonderful for me currently. There's a better look at male. Oh, nice to see you. Louisia. I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly. Yeah, welcome. I started off a little bit late than I thought. I took a nap and woke up a little bit later than I thought, but still got on today. Oh yeah, here's a nice chunky female. Probably a mature one, I'm gonna assume. But these guys are doing wonderful. I got like a 30 count of them when I first got these, and I don't even think a single one has died. But yeah, they're doing wonderful. But if anyone is here and has any questions, just drop them down in the chat and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Get back in there. Roly-poly roaches. But yeah, there'll be some cooler stuff later in the live. Right now we're just doing some miscellaneous bugs and small bugs. I gotta see how these guys are doing. This is Melanizosteria Sor or Soro, however you say the Latin. How's this one doing? Is he even alive? This one's really lethargic. Yeah, I like to do that as well. Sometimes I'll watch YouTube videos or live streams from other things while I do bug husbandry. I like to put on some podcasts and stuff like that. Alright, yeah, these guys are doing nice. Not sure what's going on with this adult here. I think it's just old age, because I got that one as an adult, so that's what I'm going to assume. No idea, though, if I'm being honest. Well, yeah, 300 tarantula slings sounds like a nightmare. I could never. Some people love their tarantulas, though. I don't mind tarantulas, I just mean feeding 300 babies. It sounds like a lot. This is Parcoblata ohlriana. These have started laying some ooths for me. Like this one right here, this female actually has an ooth on her. Very pretty locality of ohlriana. Really like the males of this specific strain. Very beautiful. And hopefully they continue to do well for me. I'd like to have a big old colony of ohlriana. I finally started standardizing. Instead of using these ice cream bins for some small ectobids and stuff, I'm using these dollar store 1 gallon bins, which look like these, and they're literally perfect. Absolutely love them, and I think I'm gonna continue to use mostly that for stuff. This is Theria olegrangini, but they're still small, so not much to show here. I just toss in food and close her up. Really would like all my stuff to get to a point of standardization to make stuff a lot easier. And I'm okay, so looks like I'm maybe no, it's a fungus gnat. Seems like I might have killed all of my Hemiblabera palliata, which is kind of a bummer, but I think I don't have enough ventilation on these because the adults died really quick and I feel like they should live a lot longer than they did. Toss in a little chunk of apple. Yeah, these guys are really flighty, as you can see, flying around, jumping out of their deli cup. But I only have pinholes, so that's probably the issue. I need to give them better ventilation. Here's a Gyna Cappuccino, but these are also just small nymphs. So toss some apple in there and some dog food. They seem to have been growing well, so hopefully I get some babies soon, or some to mature soon. Here's a Paraplaneta brunea. Oh, dog food mold. I just keep these guys on pure dog food. Super easy. Although they haven't been breeding, so I don't know what's going on. But I know with Paraplaneta. Alright, I think, yeah, we're done with the first rack, which is pretty awesome. So now we'll move on to the good stuff, they call it. I feel like that went a lot quicker than last time. Wow. Okay, take this tripod over here, and then we'll take some other stuff over there. Take some of the food. We'll also go blow my nose before we continue on. Thank you. Didn't see that. Everyone has natural human things, so Can't avoid sneezing on a live stream. Sprayer right here. Hopefully we get some more regulars popping up. I say regulars because they seemed pretty intrigued to come more. But it sucks because I can't post on my Instagram story, and that's where a lot of the viewers are from. Okay, how does this look? How does this look, guys? That's in the way right there, actually. There we go, that looks decent. Alright, let me blow my nose out. Well, there we go. We got through the first tower of bins. Okay, now I do forget. Does this have stuff in it? Yes, it does. Okay, this has. Yeah, this is my new setup for Pseudomops septentrionalis. Also has some isopods in here. Oh yeah, these are very pretty. So hopefully this time around I don't have issues. I mean, I didn't have a lot of issues. I just didn't move them into a proper enclosure, you could say. So, well, I'm actually gonna grab a little deli cup for them. So I think that might have been an issue. Set it up like this. Some dog food. There we go. I'm gonna give them a good mist. Really love these 1 gallon enclosures. And then I do have some more setups, but these don't have anything in them quite yet. I don't even think, no, these ones don't either. So, this one does. This is Dipterum handstromii. Have a ton of these guys. They're doing wonderful. Oh yeah, very nice. Oh, looks like I got a few more males popping up. It's wonderful. Tons of adult females dropping ooths. Oh yeah, there's one running for the hills. This is a very underrated species, that's for sure. I don't see enough people keeping these. Very hardy. And they just like it pretty much bone dry for the most part, honestly. So, very simple. And then I actually rehoused my Eurycotus species Venezuela into this. Yeah, they're very fun. They would also be great feeders for tarantula slings, that's for sure. So I recently, my Eurycotus species Venezuela, they were not really using all the space in their large bins, so I figured I would move them into a smaller one. And they seem to be doing great in this small setup, so once their numbers start climbing, I'll put them back in a bigger setup, but this saves me some room that is much needed nowadays in my collection. Dang, they went to town on this dog food too. This is a very pretty species, very, they look almost black, but then under a light, they're like a brightish maroon red. Very fun. Pretty active too, and they're relatively social. Just surprising for a Eurycotus. We'll just give them some carrots. Really loving these guys. That's nice species. Okay, we'll put those there for now. Let's check on my Penesthene. This is Penesthene angustipennis. Oh god, the fungus gnats in here are miserable. That's sickening. Alright, let's see how they're doing. Oh yeah. This is a type of wood roach. Let me move this up. These are just nymphs right now, but they have a nice bright orange striking thing on their back. Let me grab some of these nymphs and see some. I have a ton of them in here, but they're just little nymphs, so it's going to be a while until I have them maturing, but they seem to be doing great. Very easy, guys. Get some Penestine. They just eat sawdust, moistened sawdust. It's very simple. Easy as it gets for roach. You don't even have to feed them dog food if you don't want to. I haven't been. I'm kind of lazy, as some of you all know. Now we're moving on to some of the larger bins. I do have some roaches, I think, arriving this week, potentially. I always forget. This doesn't have anything in it right now. This one does, though. This is Uricotis floridana. Elliott Key. Oh, yeah, they're getting big. Wonderful locality. Love the Uricotis. I'll just drop in a bunch of dog food for them. Apple chunk. Yeah, we're making great time, actually. We're only 32 minutes in, and we're already on the second rack. Normally, I would just now be getting into it, so that's crazy. There's that. Okay, and I'm gonna put these right here. Put their ventilation sideways because that makes more sense. So there we go. Grab the next row of bins. Yeah, we'll do Simon Doe, everyone's favorite roach. In most cases, the extinct in the wild cockroach. One of my personal faves too, honestly. Have these made any babies for me yet? I don't believe so. But they look to be doing great. Throw in some stuff for them. There we go. There's a nice female right there. If you thought those Dipterum were fast, these are even faster. These are kind of hard to show though, because of how fast they're going. Check on these Hebardina Ugandana. I gave them some more isopods. Oh yeah, these are doing wonderful. All the isopods are growing nicely. Silisticus convexus. Really love this species. Which I'm not sure how people failed with these in the past. They just like it quite humid and rather simple in my book. These could probably be a smaller setup, but I like having a giant colony of Hibernina. They're fun. Very fun. Grab some of the next one. What is that noise? It sounds like there's a fly somewhere. I don't know what that is. I'm surprised Mason Mitchell isn't in here yet. Not sure if he's up to something though. Got some Nilo-Stylopyga absolutely insane roaches. Have billions of them. Probably not billions, but literally so many of them. And a big old pile of dog food, and then a big old chunk of apple. Oh, it's on the sprayer. It's not tight enough. There we go. Jealous of these. Yeah, these are doing amazing for me. Literally have so much. I'll just use this spray bottle for these. You could probably keep these forever bone dry and they would go insane. At least with this strain. Other strains in the past weren't as easygoing. How are these doing? These are my Gromphidorana portentosa UCR. This one smells interesting. Looks like we have 2 female and male pairs. I should get some nymphs. Plus I have tons of little baby ones running around. And there's another male. Well, hopefully they can do well. Drop some food in here for them. And a good spray. Yeah, that male smell quite different. Smelled kind of like barbecue. That's weird. Never smelt a roach like that. It's that one right there. It's interesting. Looks like he's thirsty. Here, buddy. He's drinking up all the water. Well, about incline. Ooh, it's getting hot in the bunker right now. So here's one of my newer setups that I set up today. That's actually a huge shocker. I've heard they can be quite stinky roaches. This is Polyphaga aegyptica, Sinai, Egypt. This is a new setup. It seems like they're liking it for the most part. Here's some males running around. They're pretty. Not sure where the females are. But yeah, we're going to try them up in this 20 quart setup. And we'll see if they do well. I think they will, but that's just my opinion. I'll put the food right here. And strangely enough, the person I got these from, they also had some Urgiala, Campuscina, I think. That's what they're called, the big and black beetle mimics. Oh yeah, see, they're coming out. I feel like this is gonna be a fun setup to have. Definitely a personal favorite. Here's another hister. This is Aeluropoda insignis. They're doing wonderful. Here's looks like actually a mature one that's just a little flat right now. Very nice pronotum structure, very beautiful. They have that nice divot. Not sure if they're, yeah, I think that's my only mature one, but there is a ton of them in here. I got a huge colony of them going. Haven't bred or anything, I just got a huge count of them when I bought them, which is very nice. Like getting a big old colony. They like their dog food. Give them a good spray. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. Alright, now on to some quick millipedes. We're going to take a look on my This is a bin that I threw some snails into. This is Sapea species Alpina, Michigan. They're on the top of this millipede bin. Not sure, they keep going to the top and then have this weird dried snail mucus, so I'm not sure what that's about. Definitely weird. But maybe they'll start breeding in here. I think I watered them yesterday, so I won't bother doing that again. This is Chicobolus spinigerus, the ivory millipede. Here are two from Elliott Key. I have a lot of stuff from Elliott Key, now that I think about it. I'll just throw some dog food in here. Yeah, I was thinking maybe too dry, but I'm not sure because they come from Michigan. It's not like it's a tropical location, so I don't know. When I say that because I'm from Michigan, I'm the one who collected them, so yeah, I'm not really sure. I kind of just toss them in for fun and we'll see if they go anywhere. It has nothing in it, but I'm currently cycling this bin for some slugs that I'm going to be getting. So I know those have to be kept moist, so I'm keeping this moist. And then here we have Central Bolus splendidus. Very bright millipede. Do they have no, very pretty bright red. Mostly have small millipedes right now. I'm trying to get some more, but yeah, these seem to be doing pretty good. Growing well, at least. Yeah, pump this up. But yeah, we'll see if those snails do anything. They might just die out. We'll see. Hopefully they get going. Wow, we're already done with the second rack? That's insane. It's only been 45 minutes. That's crazy. Normally it takes me 2 hours. It's probably only going to take me another 30 maybe or so minutes. That's crazy. Right here we got Blattidae species, Mount Kilimanjaro. Oh, they already ate all their dog food. Crazy roaches. What was I gonna put some carrots in here for them. These a nice spray. Have tons of them in here right now. There's literally so many in here. These are doing wonderful. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all them babies. That's just under one piece too. Doing wonderful for me. Just as prolific as the other Neostylepyga. Oh, welcome, Cryptochus. Yes, I do keep isopods, but I haven't done them on stream. But if it's wanted, I can pull some out and show a few. But yeah, I keep isopods. I have some in with my roaches. Right here we have Theria Bernhardtii. This is also a new setup that I recently did today. Trying out this 20-quart styled setup, and we'll see how these do in there. But yes, I do keep isopods. I like roaches a lot more, but yeah, keep a few. I think I have like what, 10 or so isopods. I don't have that much, unless you consider 10 isopod cultures a lot. Then right here we have Gyna centria, also known as the centurion roach. Let's see if I can get some to come out. They seem to really burrow deep down. Here's a male. Nope, come here. Very pretty roach. Yeah, this is a pretty large setup for them, but I have a lot of them. It's Gyna, so you know, they burrow down a lot. They're not out a lot. Unless you have a rampant colony like Caphorum, then if you have tons of them, then they'll be out like nothing else. But this is still a relatively small colony. But yeah, maybe I need to start saving isopods for when I'm streaming, because it seems people like to see isopods a lot. Go figure there. Isopods are popular. We need more roach people, though. A roach army. I'm wondering if these have had any hatches yet. This is Eurycotus Desipines. Man, I'm just waiting any day now for nymphs to hatch out. Definitely gonna be soon, it has to be. Yeah, I'm supposed to make some isopod videos. I just haven't gotten around to it. I need to make a lot of videos. I'm behind. It just sucks because I've been really busy this summer and it takes a lot of effort to get videos out. So I need to make a roach tour and stuff with some good macro footage. I'll get to it eventually, probably when the school season starts up. Just been going on a lot of vacations and such, so it's hard to. Gosh, I need to put a barrier on this enclosure. They just love to dart out at me. Dang Eurycotus. No, I do not. I missed that comment. I do not have Macropanestia rhinoceros yet. Definitely on my list. One day I'll have those. They're very expensive, and I want to get some rarer, not necessarily rare stuff. I have some bigger stuff I want on my list. How is Nilostylopica in here? I don't get that. Always be invading other bins. This is Eurycotus species Gold, Costa Rica. This is a not very rare species, I guess, but only a handful of people have them in the US hobby. So, won't be seeing these anywhere else except for like 3 people. Me being one of the 3. I'm lucky. Actually, for anyone who likes isopods, in this next bin we have some Venizillo pisum, or pisum, however you say it. They're in with these Eurycotus floridana, since they can be found near the same area. And these actually, I forgot they had babies going. That's nice. Let me find some of these Venizillo in here. I know I have some. Where are they at? Here we go. Anyone who likes isopods, here you go. This is Venizillo pisum, a U.S. native species of isopod. There's one. They look just like gray isopods, but up close they have these little white stripes, and they're quite pretty, actually. Here's another large one. And these seem to be cohabiting relatively well. They both tolerate, most Venezillos can tolerate a large array of different keeping conditions, so drier setups like this, they don't mind at all. But yeah, these guys are doing wonderful for me, having plentiful amount of babies. Which I'll give them some more dog food, actually. In the US, it's probably a million times expensive, because I've heard a lot of stuff, like even Pseudoglomerus magnificans stuff are a lot cheaper in European countries and other countries besides the US. I think it's maybe $200 for a pair, and then they sell $80 for a nymph. I think that's going off Bugs in Cyberspace's pricing. So I'm gonna drop some apple in the corner for the little nymphs, because these are quite territorial. But yeah, it seems like a lot of stuff in the US is way overpriced, in my opinion. That's why I try to sell stuff at a reasonable price. I mean, there's still people selling Cubaris species Panda King for what, $30 almost? It's insane, guys. Here's a nice major male of Gronfidorana portentosa. This is the 1972 Cleveland Aquarium. This is a giant male. Just look at that. Here's a regular male that's like 2/4 of his size. Okay, so it seems like Macropenestana, or however you say the Latin, is pretty much reasonably priced, because yeah, they are pretty difficult to breed. Well, maybe not that difficult, but to readily breed, I should say. So, and we'll just drop in. We don't need to use this entire chunk. There we go. How are Pseudoglomerus prices, if you know Loesia? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Because in the US, it's absolutely insane. But I guess Pseudoglomerus is reasonably expensive because they actually are difficult. But some stuff is just stupidly priced. We're not even gonna talk about yeah, I'm not sure what AUD is in USD, so holy crap, these are having a baby boom. This is a Leptorina chapardi, another type of hisser. Wow. Yeah, these are very quick breeders, so this is very nice to see. I need to put a Vaseline border on them. Here's some. Really love chapardi. Leptorina in general, very nice. I have 3 out of the 4 species in the US. There's of course Conquiliana, but those aren't in the US just yet. Hopefully soon. These are the dwarf hissers. Here's a little male, very small. Back to what I was saying though, I'm not sure what AUD translate into USD, but I'm guessing it's around the same. But also though, in Australia, that's where they originate from, so they might be wild caught in some places too, so that might be something to watch out for. Which wild caught isn't always bad, you just have to it's better to know that information than be sold stuff that is captive bred. It's an issue in the hobby, because I don't have a care in the world for wild caught. Oh yeah, that's insane. So is that in EU dollars, or is that US dollars? Because I think either way, 40 to or 30 to 50 is really cheap if you're talking about USD. Because for like a 12 count in the US, it's like 350 US dollars. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Not sure the reasoning besides they're hard to breed. So yeah, it's like a it's like a quarter of the price we're paying. That's insane. Yeah, if you want to convert 350 US dollars to EU, let me know what that is, because that's what we're paying over here, sadly. This is Grompherdorina portentosa, LLE, or Limberlost Exotics Mahogany. These are doing great for me. Really pretty. There it goes, hissing. These are really bright morph of, or strain of Grompherdorina portentosa. Here's a holy grail, I guess you could say. This is Hormetica stromosa, Guano, Ecuador. Look at all them. No babies yet, but these are all my matured ones, and I have really high hopes to breed this species. They've proven to be difficult for people in the past, and I'm just really hoping, man. I really want to breed these. But so far they've matured well, they're growing well, so hopefully they continue to do well. Pump this up again. We're already almost halfway through this third rack. We're making record-breaking time, people. Only gonna take an hour and like 10 minutes. That's insane. But I'll show off some isopods before I get off, because they seem to be of interest. Here's Elliptorina laevigata, the other Elliptorina species. These are growing well for me. Why is there Nilostylopygon here? No. They're just everywhere at this point. Oh, it looks like this one. This one I recently molted. I hope that's not Serratia. Oh, is this a... Oh, yeah, here we go. We got some ones that are finally maturing. They're such beautiful roaches, guys. Look at that. I think this is a female, maybe? Very bright. Give it a week, and once they get plump up, they'll be even prettier. Is this one mature? Looks like this is a male. Not as bright, but hopefully these start breeding nicely for me, because I really love my Elliptorina. Hopefully I can get Davide soon. Davide, however you say it. Yeah, these seem to be doing nice. That's in euros, so it would be slightly higher. All right. Give these a good miss. I think these Elliptorina actually like it more humid, kind of like a Grompherdorina or Princessia. So I'm gonna give them a little bit extra of a watering this time. Make it a bit more humid. I'm supposed to be getting finally get some Princessia in my collection. I'm gonna get black and white, and then I'm also gonna attempt to get tiger, because I'd love to have some Princessia. They're very pretty hissers, and I need all the hissers I can get my hands on. This is Diploptera punctata UCR. This is the Pacific beetle mimic, also the roach that internally produces milk. Don't ask me what the definition of internally is, because I have no idea. It's just what is known. And these also love to freaking run up this side. Stop it. I'm just trying to water you guys. These are pretty cool looking roaches. They look like beetles, as the name suggests. They like it dry anyway, so that's enough watering for them. Okay, so we're officially halfway through this third rack, I guess. Sitting here and talking to people on a live stream helps fly through it, I suppose. Oh, you have Diploptera CF minor? That's awesome. I wish we would have some. We only have punctata in the US. I would kill for more Diploptera. This is a Eublaberus posticus. This is my feeder bin. I'll probably get rid of these here soon and trade them out for a cooler Eublaberus, maybe. Yeah, if you're talking about Diploptera, that's awesome. I'm really jealous of you. I would quite literally kill for some new Diploptera, because I don't think a new Diploptera has entered the hobby literally since punctata. And I know Oxeye Halula was labeled as Diploptera, but that doesn't count. Right here we have a large Blaberus bin. We have Blaberus, looks like there's a dead old one. Miss Molt probably. I need to bump the humidity in here. Actually, there's a bunch of Ellipterine in here. We need to get those out while we're in here. I never cleaned them out. These guys actually finally started producing for me. Last time I fed them when I didn't stream, I noticed some babies running around, but we need to get these Ellipterina javanica out. Give them to my frogs. Oh, well, there goes that one. This is Blaberus species Honduras. Yeah, probably. TJ needs to try to get his hands on some. I need to talk to him. But yeah, if you would, if you want to message me on Instagram or something, send some photos. I'd love to see some photos of what they look like. I forgot what mine look like. Yeah, it seems like a few of these guys are having mismolts, so I'm guessing it's from low humidity. These are a lot of little Kenyan roaches in here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to bump up the humidity because they probably don't enjoy having lower humidity like this. Because I was keeping them a lot of stuff here before. Yeah, I'm sure they'll turn up sooner or later. I mean, we might have Megaloblata in the US. Kyle Candillian from Roach Crossing recently received an adult female, I believe, that was wild caught. So we have our fingers crossed. We might finally have Megaloblata in the hobby. Get down, Blabbers. Definitely not sure yet, but that would be really awesome. And I'm not gonna touch these because I'm really allergic to the Blaberus, but these are very pretty. You can see them running around. Yeah, I don't know why they'd be mismolting besides humidity, because they have enough vertical space, that's for sure. Plenty of it. So I need to water these ones more frequently. And then right here we have Archimandrita CF marmorata. This is the peppered roach that have been in the hobby like forever, not to confuse anyone. And there's also Leuchihormetica subcincta in here. Man, I'm not sure. I found another dead nymph. I don't know what that's about. I wonder if I'm keeping these too dry. But normally that doesn't cause something to drop dead. Yeah, I think it was a female. I'm not 100% sure, but in the comments he mentioned that he was hoping to make them available or something like that. So that pretty much says that it was an adult female, because other than that, there's no other way. Because I talked to the collector who collected them, and they only got an adult and then a nymph. So hopefully But that would be awesome. Really want Hemiblabera, and I'll make sure I have space for that if they ever do become available. And then that would also be the largest blatted in the hobby. Not sure what the largest one is now. Maybe a Uricotis. There's definitely some cool stuff over in the EU hobby. Lucky duck over here. I'm still thinking about that Hemiblabera. That's crazy. Alright, we're to the last 6 roach bins and then we'll show off some isopods. Right here we have Paraplaneta americana venoms. These are a huge staple in the hobby. Everyone loves these. Have tons of nymphs right now. They're hiding in the back part of the enclosure, away from the cork bark under here. Oh yeah, they're doing nice. I just give these guys pure dog food. It seems like Paraplaneta doesn't really care for fruits or anything. They just like it moist and protein loving. There we go. Kyle has a ton of cool stuff that he hasn't released yet. He has another species of Husbandry I gotta beg him for. But I need those. I really want them. Well, anyone, is there any recommendations for what isopods you want to see? I have some rarer stuff, not really rare, just more expensive stuff. I have some common stuff, whatever y'all want. I won't show off every bin, but I'll show off some. What is in here? This is Hemiblabera zebra, but these have some sort of entomophagus in here. It seems like they might be pulling through. I'm not sure. Seems like the nymphs are pulling through, but not the adults. Kyle gave these to me for free, so I'm suspecting he knew they had entomophagus and he just wanted to get rid of this strain. Yeah, for sure. I can just show whatever I want to show off. I know there's another person talking about isopods in here though. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I suspect Kyle just gave these to me for free. He gave me the whole container just to take them. So I'm gonna assume that he knew. Which I'm not complaining. I'll take free roaches any day of the week. For anyone who doesn't know, Kyle's in Michigan. I live relatively close to him, so I'm always getting some cool bugs from him. Oh wait, what am I doing? What other colonies do we have? Okay, take off a chunk. This is Leptorina javanica. These are going absolutely nuts. I'll just do a scoop. So many nymphs in here, which is crazy because I just sold a bunch. These just never stop producing once they get going. Also have some mealworms in here, the Wisman Giants, that cultivar, so that's lovely. Because they weren't doing good in their other bin, so I just tossed them in here. Now they're doing fine, so I don't know what's going on with them. I think I'm getting close to over 100 species by now. I've got to be. I can't remember. Crap, I forgot to give the Hemiblabera some food. We'll just give him a little chunk of apple. Completely forgot about them. I'll give them a little bit of some roach chow. All right, last two roach bins. Right here we have Daryl pollinoi. This is actually a pretty large species of roach, which I don't think is talked about enough. I mean, the females are giant in my opinion. Haven't got any males yet, and I really want to see what the males look like. These are doing great for me though. They're growing well, maturing well, and such. These don't eat a lot, so we'll just give them a little chunk. These eat next to nothing, I swear. Yeah, they're very pretty. They're even prettier in person. And a fun fact about these roaches is they will pile up, and this yellow color will actually appear brighter in groups. I don't think it changes color, but it's some sort of thing when they group up. I forgot. Kyle has talked about it before, but it's just a neat little thing to point out. I think it's some sort of defensive strategy. I forgot. All right, last bin. This is Gynecaphorum. These are super fast. They're actually pretty active. I just drop in a little scoop of dog food. Here we go, and we're done with roaches. Well, I'm done with everything. I fed everything. Now we're done with husbandry for the week. There we go. All right, I'll clean up my flies and then we'll show off a few isopods before I end the stream. I'm gonna put away the dog food.
Clothes are downstairs.
All right. Let me read this. Probably defensive maneuver since yellow is scary color. Yeah, it's something like that. It's some sort of defense. So when they pile up like that, it can warn predators. Because, I mean, if you think about it, one little yellow roach wouldn't be scary, but if you see, like, a few dozen of them in the wild as a predator, that's probably terrifying. It's going to be dark for a moment since I'm moving the light over here as I put stuff away. We'll show off a few isopods real quick, some of my cooler ones. Actually, there should be a good amount out right now because I did feed them earlier. So, if any of you guys want to see some isopods, now is your chance. Let's see here. Okay, we'll show off some Troglodillo. These are very pretty isopods. We're not going to talk about how much I spent on these, though. Here they are. They're a nice bright green color. There's also some Comstotes in here. You can kind of see this one. Let me lower down the tripod. If it'll let me. Lower. Alright, well, it won't lower, but these are kind of hard to show off. Oh, here's one. Yeah, here's a really nice one. Why is this showing on my screen? Orientation lock. Can you guys see fine? Here's one, Troglodillo. Let me take off this stupid tripod. There we go. Can you guys see fine? Just being picky for a moment. Here's a Troglodilo species green spot, bright green isopod, or yellowish, some people argue. I think it represents green pretty well. Here's another personal favorite. This is Armadillidium. Yeah, it was a little blurry. My apologies. This is Armadillidium Espanioli. These are doing wonderful for me. One thing I dislike with the isopod hobby, these used to be labeled species, marbleized, and now that they've gotten a true Latin name, they're still being labeled marbleized, which is very wrong because it's not a morph. It's not a strain or anything, so their common name should be called yeah, I spent like $150 on that. Not my proudest moment. But same with a lot of the Cubaris. Once they have a true Latin name, they should not be named with those quotation marks. That's just a little pet peeve of mine. This is an import. I got these for free for my birthday. This is not the blonde ducky, the morph. This is the species blonde ducky. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the little ducky lip. Very pretty. These are all my isobins, what they look like. They have the little shoebox, tons of leaflet, some calcium, general detritus. And then we can show off these. I like these. This is oh, excuse me. This is oh, excuse me again. This is Filipinodillo species Cordova Philippines. These are doing very well. I also got these free from a friend, so I've gotten pretty lucky, I suppose. I do not know why these are so expensive, because these have actually been one of the easiest isopods ever for me. They were doing better than my Porcelio laevis at one point. Not as prolific, but easier at one point. So that's my major species. I also do have I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 isopods. Plus there are more in other bins. This is Armadillidium Paracae, or Paracae, however you say it. These are doing pretty nice for me. Tons of adults and maintain here. So, this is a bluish strain of them. But yeah, very nice. Quite large too, actually. We'll show off one more. Technically these are doing quite terrible, but because I got a very low count of them. This is Cubaris benetensis. I vote they should be called Venezillo, but you know. This is a native species of isopod to the United States, and I'm cohabiting these currently with a roach, if I can get her. Get this female. Let's see. I think I have like one isopod in here that's left. I'm not even really sure. So now I just have mostly roaches in here. Where's it at? These are really fast. These are the Pacific 2-spot cockroach. There's one. No. So fast. Okay, so this is urethra, or not urethra. This is Urethra pacifica. Just mix up the Latin on that with urethra. Pacific 2-spot roach. It's a little is it choroidid or is it ectobidae? I forget for this. Very small roach. I've just tossed them in here and they seem to be doing well. I poured a bunch of food, so they're gonna be going to town on that. I'm not sure where the isopod is in here. Benetton. Oh, there it is. Oh, wait a minute. Did they have babies? No way. Well, that's actually really odd, guys. It seems like before the other ones passed, they made some babies. Okay, well, I guess my colony is saved, even though I was already getting a booster. So here's the Venezillo benetensis. That's what I'm gonna call them. So literal, pretty much just white isopod. So I have 2 Venezilla. I want to get Arizonicus. Oh yeah, there's some more babies. So maybe this one is a female and it did breed. Well, that's awesome. I really thought these were done for. You can see some of the small roaches running around. That's gonna be the new common name, urethra roach. I don't know if I can get in trouble on the YouTube guidelines for that. Oh well, I guess. That's funny. I can show off one more isopod because I'm feeling like it. This one's a very underrated isopod that was recently introduced in the United States. This is Illuma calata, also known as the velvety pillowwood louse, or isopod, whatever you want to call it. Because they have literal micro velvety hairs you can see microscopically. It's hard to see to the naked eye. They have some nice pretty oranges, even greens kind of. I've noticed they have like a greenish tint to some of them. These are doing quite well for me. Here's a yellowish one. Very variable, very easy. Here's another one that's quite yellow. So, very nice. And not very commonly kept. They're very underrated. So, yeah, I volunteer that be the new content. It's very funny. I don't know how to say their Latin. It's like Urethra or something? I don't even know. I guess before we get off, we can show what the roach is eating. Here's some Eurycotis eating. But yeah, guys, so thank you everyone who stopped by today. Yeah, that was a crazy time. Last time it took almost 3 hours even to feed everything. But we got it done relatively quickly. So thank you all, and I'll see you all on the next maintenance stream, probably here in a few weeks. Maybe I'll do an isopod maintenance video, I don't know. Gotta get some videos out too though, but thank you all. I'll see y'all next time.